DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is DFA Online and I'm your host for today, Steph Vicente. The Philippine Embassy in Qatar marked the 128th anniversary of Philippine independence with a community celebration highlighting Filipino heritage and culture. The event, held at the Philippine School Doha, opened with the flag-raising ceremony followed by cultural performances from Filipino groups based in Qatar. It concluded with a budol fight community breakfast where traditional Filipino food was shared on banana leaves and eaten by band or by hand as a symbol of unity. Philippine Ambassador to Qatar Mardomel Celo de Melicor paid tribute to Filipino heroes, describing them as revolutionaries, artists, and ordinary citizens whose struggles led to the birth of Asia's first republic. He also said the Philippines continues to draw strength from that legacy as it faces modern global challenges and opportunities. The ambassador underscored strong ties between the Philippines and Qatar, which hosts more than 250,000 Filipinos and supports ongoing political, economic, and cultural cooperation. The celebration also featured messages from top Philippine officials and performances showcasing Filipino music, dance, and talent, including appearances by community groups and entertainers.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In other news stories, Philippine Ambassador to China Jaime Flor Cruz highlighted the strong friendship between Filipinos and the Chinese during a diplomatic reception marking the 128th anniversary of Philippine independence. In his remarks, Ambassador Flor Cruz emphasized that ties between the two countries are built on long-standing people-to-people connections that continue to bridge their societies over time. He cited personal relationships formed through his years in Beijing, including former classmates, colleagues, students, and friends across various communities in China. The ambassador also gave special recognition to Chinese tailor Chen Yuehua, who was invited to the event and has long served as a trusted tailor for Philippine embassy staff. Chen, affectionately known as Manong, crafted the barong Tagalog worn by the ambassador using piña fabric sourced from Aklan. He expressed surprise and honor at being acknowledged publicly during the event attended by members of the diplomatic corps and Chinese officials. Ambassador Flor Cruz said such personal friendships help deepen understanding between Filipinos and the Chinese and will continue to strengthen relations beyond formal diplomacy.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Embassy in Kuala Lumpur, led by Philippine Ambassador to Malaysia Maria Angela Abrera Ponce, marked the 128th anniversary of Philippine Independence Day in a ceremony held at the embassy grounds. Embassy officials, staff, and their families gathered to honor Filipino heroes and their sacrifices in securing the country's freedom. In a video message, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. urged Filipinos to continue the legacy of the nation's heroes by strengthening a country that upholds rights and freedoms and promotes progress and stability. A message from Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa P. Lazaro was also read during the event, emphasizing the Department of Foreign Affairs' commitment to protecting Filipino citizens both at home and overseas. The celebration is part of this year's Independence Day observance under the theme Kalayaan, Kinabukasan, Kasaysayan. After the flag-raising ceremony, prayers from both Christian and Muslim traditions were offered to highlight unity and inclusivity. The program concluded with a simple Filipino breakfast shared among attendees featuring traditional dishes such as beef tapa, daing na bangus, garlic fried rice, and pandesal.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In other news stories, Philippine Ambassador to Indonesia Christopher B. Montero has formally begun his diplomatic posting in Indonesia after presenting his credentials to President Prabowo Subianto in Jakarta. The ceremony held at the Merdeka Palace was attended by 7 other newly appointed foreign ambassadors and included military honors and the playing of the Philippine national anthem. Following the formal rites, President Prabowo hosted an afternoon tea and held informal discussions with the envoys. During the meeting, Ambassador Montero thanked Indonesia for its support of the Philippines' chairship of the ASEAN this year and extended an invitation for the Indonesian leader to visit the Philippines on a state trip. Prior to the ceremony, he told reporters that strengthening maritime cooperation, energy and food security, and people-to-people exchanges will be among his top priorities. Ambassador Montero is the 19th Philippine ambassador to Indonesia since diplomatic relations were established in the year 1949. Officials say his appointment comes as both countries look to deepen cooperation within Southeast Asia.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And finally, the Philippines has showcased its tourism offerings at the 41st Seoul International Travel Fair held from June 4 to 7, 2026 at the COEX Convention and Exhibition Center in Seoul, South Korea. The Tourism Promotions Board and the Philippine Department of Tourism Korea office led the country's participation alongside major industry partners, including Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific, and several hotel and resort groups. The Philippine Pavilion highlighted the country's culture, natural attractions, and luxury destinations, while also featuring promotional presentations from Puerto Princesa City to boost interest in the province of Palawan. Philippine Ambassador to the Republic of Korea, Bernadette Therese Fernandez, attended the opening ceremony and visited the booth, expressing strong support and emphasizing the long-standing tourism partnership between the Philippines and South Korea. The booth also attracted attention with promotional activities offering prizes such as hotel stays and airline tickets to lucky visitors. The event, which features more than 300 exhibitors from around 40 countries, is considered one of South Korea's largest travel fairs and a key platform for global tourism cooperation. Philippine officials say participation in events like SITF is part of ongoing efforts to further increase Korean tourist arrivals in the country.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that concludes today's edition of DFA Online. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.